I'm on the login screen.
Alright, let's do this.
Uh,
I think we're either on session 7 or 8 by now.
One of them.
Or neither. I could be completely wrong.
We're on session 45. I can pull numbers out of my butt.
Well, most inappropriate place to pull numbers from.
Oh, I have not yet begun. We're family friendly, right?
We're something.
We're something.
Alright, so we're gonna start this game of... Wow. Mike didn't want to... Mike, come on, push the talk button. I think my left control button is dying. Oh, but anyway, I'm gonna start this game of Myriad song. How about we go with character introductions? Griffin, who are you playing today?
I'm playing Jewel, the Towser mutant leitmotif user. He is incredibly angry, and his motto is to fear my power. Where last we left him, he was undergoing robo surgery, apparently.
Right, part of a nightmare.
Part of a nightmare.
Rafferty, who are you playing today?
I am playing Mdava. I've changed my name. No one will ever find me now. I'm playing Mdava de Portia, a determined high-tech Rax laborer. Who's not much for talking because my motto is the time for conversation has ended. And I'm still living on this Turvis planet here where I was supposed to discover the underground, which I think I actually did. I don't know why I still have that written here as a goal.
Oh, because remember, I offered you a reward, and then I think we were still in the up in the air phase as whether you were going to take it or not.
Okay, what reward would that have been?
Oh, shit. Sorry, I don't have the book open at the moment. It's
Yeah.
the primitive... The one where you can make weapons and shit.
Primitive loot.
Primitive, yeah.
I might as well write that down. Okay, because I did find them. So now my goal is to still prepare this planet for an invasive Rax species invasion by laying a bunch of eggs. And then I'm probably going to have to try and find a way to actually make money with this refining formula if it actually works.
Right.
But I guess I'm just biding my time until I can actually leave.
Then you've already laid at least one clutch of eggs.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe the Turvis people will finally get rid of their oppressors.
Sure thing. And Arkloid, who are you playing today?
I am playing Ivantana Vryn, the comfortably numb Rax pusher. She is out to retrieve the secret keeper research notes on Nepha, and to that end, she's fighting in some kind of funky bunker full of experiments gone wrong, and a bunch of scientists.
Okay. And Griff, did we ever cover what your goals were?
Oh yes, I'm still trying to escape from Nepha, and I'm trying to save the system.
Lofty goal. Alright. Today I think we are going to start again with De Portia. Back on Turvis.
Yay!
I think last we left you, you had gone back to, I guess, what you're regarding as your home for the time being with your hippy-dippy friend. The tree hole, after you had gotten back from the ground hole where you had met the Turvis underground, and they told you to get the hell out of there, and, flowery more words. If left to your own devices, I just want to know, what would you be doing in the next couple of weeks?
The same thing as usual, foraging for food, fertilizing eggs, and then laying eggs. It's not very exciting.
No, but it is survival.
which is paramount. So yes.
Give me a quick observation check. Survey bonus, all that.
And we're off to a flying start.
1 success. Did you have any favorite use of observation?
Nope.
Do you have observation?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know what I would pick as my favorite use.
No. Jungle. Turvis, I would even accept.
I'm here, and I know it costs points to change it later, but I'm here right now, so jungle makes the most sense. But, and let's reroll a d6. That's worth it. All right. Wouldn't be the stream if favorite use wasn't paying off.
Okay.
So any 2 success threats will destroy me.
Right. Well, on one of your outings, or after one of your outings, you return back to the hole in the tree, the acid-edged hole in the tree that your furred friend has allowed you to stay in, allowed you to call home for what seems like a month now.
Yeah.
From the ground level below, I mean, like, you crawl into the hole, you see him there, he looks up at you, but from the ground... Sorry, how far did you hear? Because my mic cut out again.
You said he looks, and then it cut off.
Okay, yeah, he looks up at you, but from outside, just as you enter in the hole, you can hear from the ground below what sounds like trucks.
Okay, I'll go outside and look.
Alright, you look down, and you can see what looks to be a much smaller cavalcade of trucks than before, like the ones that you saw exploding out from the ground. It's a smaller, only like 2 trucks.
Okay.
And they pull into a small clearing beneath you. I say small because it's very small, like only just enough room for you to even be able to see them through the... it's not underbrush when it's on trees. What? Canopy? Canopy.
Yeah, the canopy is above, the underbrush is below.
Right, but what's in the middle? What do you call the middle layer of branches of leaves and trees?
Oh, I guess you just call those the branches.
Okay, I thought it would be part of the canopy. Okay, whatever.
Well, usually the canopy is really big and thick because that's where the sunlight is, and then the underbrush is where the ground is, and most of the stuff that's in the middle is often empty space because there's no light.
Right. But trees grow and, So
Right.
the higher level is going to be the thickest, but they do have branches in between because they were smaller trees at some point.
Right, but those branches often wither and die, which is why you get tree surgeons.
Okay.
Among other things. But anyway, yeah, so the middle part. The Disney Tarzan part.
Gotcha. Okay. You see these trucks pull to a stop in a clearing not very far away from the bottom of your tree. Couple of doors open on either side, and a number of white-suited individuals get out carrying what look to be slug throwers. Damn it, my button is... I'm gonna have to change my push to talk. Carrying slug throwers.
Firearms, okay.
Yeah, I'm using slug throwers as the colloquial for,
Yep.
like military guns.
Yep, that doesn't look good. I'll go back inside and say, hey, you've got company. Got armed people with can I tell from this range if they're semi-auto or military?
With 1 success?
Then no. Okay. There's people here with guns.
He's gonna look up at you and go, stay inside, I guess. Just hide.
I'm going to go higher into the tree branches and watch these guys because I'm worried they might, be here to destroy the tree.
Okay. It's a thing
And
you
I
can
am,
do. You've got good climbing.
and good sneaking.
Well, I mean, more that you're a Rex. not at
Yes.
risk. Nothing is
It's
immediately happening that's going to shake you from this tree.
it's almost like I'm an apex predator that hides in trees and jumps on people.
Scary. At least you're not a trapdoor, Rex.
Actually, I am. So
Are you?
yeah, I don't have the webbing, so I'm a tree and trapdoor.
Creepy. All right. Well, you said you're watching them as you climb.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a number of them get out. They look about. They do that squad thing where you form a formation around your vehicle. You level your weapon. You level your weapon in a direction. One of them approaches the second vehicle. You can't really make out what they're doing given your height to what they're. Wow.
I could, yeah, and I don't have the necessary abilities to eavesdrop on radio conversations.
Well,
And
I
they're
mean,
probably just doing it verbally anyway.
you have you have a survey bonus, which means you have the ability, don't you?
Um, watch as I make the roll. Holy crap, 1 success. So if they have anything vaguely approaching encryption, I won't, because it's a role of mine in academics to do this, and I don't have academics.
The only radio chatter I imagine that you would pick up would be more of some of the drivers to the base, just reporting on locations where they're at.
Right.
The
And a bunch
conversation
of,
going on below you seems to be going on in a immediate medium, not on a radio.
and those prime numbers that people like to make fun of or think are really spooky.
But yeah, you can see one of them, walks over to the second vehicle, leans into it. You can't really make out what they're doing, but after a minute or two, you see another figure step out from the vehicle, and it appears to be a Rex.
Oh, wow. It's not anybody I recognize, is it?
With 1 success?
You could say no.
Yeah, I'm just considering. 1 success.
Yeah, if 1 success, if they're not distinctive, probably not.
Given, I think you would actually, even with just 1 success. My concern, sorry, damn it, my push to talk is failing. I'm really gonna change this. My concern wasn't so much that they're distinctive; it's more that your range and position. But I think even then, it falls into your favor. Yeah, you can see their face because the first thing they do when they get out of the vehicle is to look up and around them at the trees and everything. It's Fathada.
I thought so.
And this group of white-suited individuals is forming up around her as she begins to walk out from the trucks, and she pulls out a megaphone like the one that you had seen the guys that were flying around before, the ones that were taunting the wilderness. She pulls it out and looks generally in like every direction up in the air around her, because I guess she doesn't know which way to look.
Roger that.
And she says, Amdallah, I have it on good authority that you're hiding out here somewhere. Just give yourself up and come back with me, and we can make this all right. And there's a long pause.
They brought a whole armed mob just for me from the planet side? I'm just some random person.
Alright, I'm assuming you don't give yourself up.
Nope.
Alright, could have hoped. You see her give a pointed glance to one of the suited individuals closest to her, namely the one that went to the vehicle to talk to her. and she'll take another glance around, and then she'll bring the megaphone back to her mouth again and say, "Amdala, this is your last chance. If you're out here, give yourself up now, or I won't be able to help you."
That's so weird. I had no idea I was this important. I'm like flattered and stuff.
I do like the mental image that they're out there waiting for you, and you're like blush lines on your face, like, "Oh, this is flattering."
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think of why I necessitated so much.
All right. Well, after that, they'll wait another minute or two, and then she'll get put the megaphone. She'll put the megaphone away, climb back into the vehicle, and slowly everybody else is gonna gather up, get back into the trucks, and the trucks are gonna move off. Also, give me 1 sec. I'm really gonna change this push to talk button. It is dying on me every second.
I'm going to wait until they leave, and then since they're using heavy industrial vehicles, I'm going to go ahead and try and track them. Well, observation is the skill you use for tracking. There's a gift for tracking. I don't have it, but I'm reasonably alert. Nope. Welcome to the stream, everybody. You know, this game has multiple dice because it's supposed to raise your average roll. That's 8 dice I've rolled with only 1 success. We are not winning lotteries today. Sorry, 9 dice I've rolled with 2 successes. Still, like 11%, way below 11%. So I guess I lose them.
The odds is like 9% of failing all 3 of those dice rolls.
Yeah, it's pretty crap.
Sticky keys!
That's still a thing?
It totally is, and it'll ask you every time you press shift a few too many times.
Yeah, you can turn that off. Yeah. Yeah, not to mention, not to mention there's the there's lots of things going on. Okay. That was weird. Well, I guess I need I don't want to put my friend here at any risk, so I'm gonna move out. I mean, I just show up and hang out here anyway when the weather's bad and crap like that. So I'm gonna thank him for all his support, and I'm taking off. And I wouldn't. Yep, yep. I mean, yeah, he'd ask, and then we'd look at each other. Good luck with your revolution. I don't know. It's probably about time to leave the planet anyway, because I did contact the Turbis Underground. I'm not making a lot of money here. It's been a couple weeks, and after having like at least two egg sacs, I think it would be time to leave. So once I get that done, I'm going to start patrolling the space station and looking for a way to get off planet. Yeah, it looks like I guess the revolution hasn't been going that well because I mean they did route the underground base, but apparently they didn't have their huge revolution. No, but there's been no big explosion. Nope. Pretty much. Uh, I don't know. Just find another place, I guess. Oh no, sorry. I guess well, after the second egg sac is done, I guess the next thing to do is to monitor radio traffic and see. I guess there's just regular shuttles that leave and go back to planet. I mean, they take the stuff off this planet, they harvest it, and send it somewhere. So I guess they have regular milk runs or regular shuttles that take that. Carl, I just need to get out of this system. This is just a terrible place to be. Little bit. Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't know why I would want to leave the system. Where am I supposed to go? Well, where would I go? Hmm.
the furthest away from anybody chasing you because you know really did murder somebody, but
Yeah, I'll
yeah.
just try to see if I can find an opportunity to get off the planet. Uh, yeah, I'll see if I can get onto. I'll see if there is a good shuttle to just get off the planet. Like looking for. I'll try to observe the practices of the people who work on them, seeing if there's any other Rex I could blend in with and disguise myself with. Study their habits. I've got days or weeks to study this. The fact that they brought a manhunt here, I'm not I'm not dark enough to actually fake my own death, because to do that I'd actually have to murder somebody, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not that horrible. Um so I guess I'm just going to lay low, look to see if there's a good escape route. But the important thing is to lay low. They don't know. I don't know how they can know I'm still alive unless they saw me, had footage of me in the base. And I don't know how they could have footage of me. So I'm just going to, I'm sorry, I'm not that exciting, guys. I'm just going to lay low. My goal is to see if I can sneak aboard one of the shuttle. I snuck in here. I can sneak back out. Yeah.
Woohoo! It's my name. You can't take it away. Uh. I just see this childish character just go "Nuh-uh" repeatedly now. All right. Exactly. Also crazy. Hmm. Right, and I think like the instinctual response here is obviously to bring out Firestorm between me and it.
Well,
Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, so as the scene starts, it's just like there's this looming light that is suddenly in the hallway. It turns and just sees like the huge fiery monster that is Firestorm. Good question. I'm probably just first going to just yell at it, just stay away from me. And what is it doing at this point now that this thing is here? Oh yeah, totally, that's right. Vacuum. At which point, it would probably just literally try to heft this thing up and throw it against the wall. Okay. I guess that's just gonna be a normal control roll. If I was like trying to punch through it, it might be damage, but I don't know yet. That is one, two, three, four successes, but it's flat damage anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's time to try to get out of this. So, Firestorm is also going to just start tearing away at the restraints. Hmm. Hmm. All right. So I'm free now, but I still have all the same problems I had before, and maybe more now. Right. But I do need to find some means of getting air here, and I definitely haven't found or seen anything like that because, again, this is a Robo City. The last thing I recall was that the technician bot, or at least the scanner bot, as far as I could tell, went in a direction and I was stopped from following it. So, the next thing I think I probably want to do is try to see if I can run after and chase after that thing. Right. Yeah, and the one that I was following, like, went just, like, down a hallway and away, or something. Right. And all we got are the panels really to interact with then. Mhm. Maybe I'll try messing with the panels and see what I could try to understand about them. Well, I'm smart. So, how about some mind in academics? That is one success. Any indication? Yeah. Ah, dang it. Hmm. All right. So, at least like from a gameplay standpoint, right? I'm just thinking like, all right, what can I possibly do? I have like big mysteries, very few ways to solve them, and I'm probably about to die from lack of air. I'm not really sure what this character can do in this scenario now. Oh yeah, super smart. The only thing I can think of is to try to do the repair myself now that I'm here, but I would still need the tools for it, right? Oh, cool. Alright, so I'll take my little synth wreck and I'll go back to the elevator and try to go down. Or I guess hover elevator. Mhm. Right. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna take my little wreck and I'm gonna take it and use it for some spare parts. I'm gonna go downstairs again. Anything stop me on the way? Okay. So I'm dragging this this robot back to the ship. I'm taking a look at its parts. I'm looking around the ship where I believe I've definitely noticed the defunct life system before. Uh and now is the point where I have to figure out how I'm going to fix it. Oh, that too. Is that actually the only problem with the ship? A giant hole blown into the side of it? Mhm. Okay. So it's a little more damage than I was like initially thinking, but no, this is a completely different ship. This is the one I found in the ravine. No, that one I left behind at their place, took their other ship, and then crashed it. I've been through 3 ships so far. I'm sorry, it's a little confusing. I'm a little bit of a thief now. Hmm. So there's no fixing it necessarily. So, so I need to figure out in my knowledge what do I need to do here to get more oxygen for it. Which I guess there's options like synthesizing it from certain chemicals or just like breaking down water or something. But there'd have to be some around here. There'd have to be some tool for that. Maybe they just have some O2 lying around in the first place for
agree.
various tasks like for like welding or something. Uh, okay, so mind, academics, and observation is going to be another D4, and add survey. Yikes. Totally dead. Oh, jeez. Well, I don't have a favorite use of observation or academics yet. What would it be in this situation, even? Hmm. I'm not sure. I guess I'm just generally looking for stuff, but I guess like the current environment could also be it, but I don't want to be here for long anyway. Alright, so scavenging. And for academics, uh, yeah, chemical. Alright, gonna save that, and I'm going to re-roll our D8 academics. And I think the specialty just applies the observation skill, so that's a D4 then. I could always also increase my observation, which is essential to me apparently.
When you have a favorite use, you can re-roll any die in the string.
Oh, okay, so I only kind of need one here right now.
Okay, so re-roll one of your d8s.
Yeah, well, I want to re-roll both dice here, so...
You can only re-roll one if you can only invoke favor one time on a roll.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Don't
Academics,
apologize.
or I guess observation, scavenging, and then use that to reroll my d8. Alright. Give me one. No! No! Statistically unlikely, no!
One chance in 8. No.
So, there is just nothing or nothing in particular towards my current scenario. Alright. So, my own brain says that there is one thing I could possibly do. I do technically have 8 hours worth of carbon dioxide on my person right now, or at least as much as I've exhaled, according to how much I've taken in already. So there has to be some means I could maybe separate that out, and that is the only tool I probably have available to me right now. So for that, I would just need some sort of oxygen scrubber. hmm my impression of the way the suit was working was that it's like having an oxygen tank and there's no scrubber in it, so I had a limited supply to begin with. Right, but I mean, like, if I have it, then I don't have a problem. Okay, so maybe I could replace the scrubbers then somehow. Mhm. But again, all of this requires me to find something or be able to talk to someone or succeed at anything here. I've succeeded at absolutely nothing. I know. Uh, the only thing I can think now is like incredibly desperately trying to pilot back to the secret bases just to use their oxygen in a desperate last ditch move. Yes, take it off, take it off. No. I mean, technically, there's no difference between like exposing myself to the vacuum here and dying of CO2 of carbon monoxide poisoning. Hmm. Hmm. I'm trying to think what else I can do since everything I have doesn't actually work. What other option do I possibly have? If I, yeah. Hmm. Um, I guess I
Become
only
an
have one
assembly.
question. If I were to try to escape, could I, do I have enough oxygen to make it anywhere else? I think so. Hmm. Right. And down here, it's like, I'm not sure I have many options either, given that I'm also just going to stand around and die. That is also true. I, I have been contemplating that, and I've been thinking of going as far as like doing a stunt wherein I am standing on the top of the vehicle with Firestorm and he breaks me out. As usual. I'm fairly certain explosions are also painful. Oh, definitely. Crushed. And then maybe I'd die. Could always hold it out here and see what happens. Make one last ditch attempt to try to communicate with these things. Right. I've got to make my choice then. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get out of here because I haven't made any progress whatsoever, so it's clearly cursed. So, uh, let's go ahead and do the thing. I'm going to go ahead and get in the ship, start booting it up. I'm going to go ahead and bring out Firestorm, and Firestorm's going to be on top of the vehicle. And as I mentioned a little bit, the plan will be to fly the ship upwards towards the escape. And Firestorm will do its thing and literally carve out a chunk of it. Also, I guess I'm taking the broken Doctor Robot with me. Yes. No.
I thought Leave could fly.
They can with a special ability. And it can take you with you. Yeah. But yeah. I don't think there's a limit to leitmotif range if I can't remember one, but I do know like it can only counter within 30 technically. Oh yeah. Right, right. Let's see. So do I have anything that helps me with piloting here? I think the answer is going to be a no. I have like navigational tools, more or less. So this is almost entirely running off my own skill in my career, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that to a D6 today. That's where my points are officially going. Do. So I got a D6 and a D8. And what's the stat that would go with it?
Sorry, what?
What are you thinking?
Transport. Oh, stat. Sorry. Mind.
You there? Whoops. Alright, so mine. So that's going to be another d6. So I got 2d6 plus 1d8. And I also need to not fuck this up this time. I could throw in overconfidence and just totally crash and burn, eliminating all chances of more than one success, but I think I'll just go with these three and say I'm good enough. I might be good enough. Hmm. It's like, the door's closed, he's not getting out. Hmm. trust me, I feel your pain, like 100%. Yeah, I twisted. Right. Should I go ahead and roll for this, or it's just a big door and we know what's going to happen eventually? Okay. Yeah, it does have to carve out a shuttle-sized hole in it, of course. Okay. That's a fair bit of time. Mhm. Right. Okay. Does anything happen during that time, or do I succeed then? Mhm. All right. So, if the hole gets finished, fly out, and I guess I will start heading towards one of the secret bases. I know I've already depressurized one of them, so I got the second one to worry about. J1, I think. Or I can't remember what the bases themselves were called or numbered, but I know they started at 0 and mine was 0, wasn't it? Yeah, so I want to go with like the next one up the ranks with like 2, 1 or something. Sorry. Yeah, because I gotta break in and I gotta get some air. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Right. I actually still have the navigational data on the shuttle. Hmm. Body and endurance. Alright, so if I take a look at my body, I got a D6, and if I take a look at endurance, I got a D4. 6 plus 1D4. That is one success. Same as the first. Another one success. Mm, I think you're thinking of a different one, because I went to the main base to steal a ship. I didn't go to the other laboratories. Alright, so there are these experimental cells here, right? I'm from one of them, and there were 5 of them, you said. And then there was also the main base. Right, yes. But there were several of those, and there was the main base. I may have hovered around some of the other spots that might have contained experiments, but I went to the main base to steal a bigger ship, and then I crashed that ship later. I never actually landed at any of the other experimental ones. What I wanted to do here was go to the next experimental one, where I could suppose that there's not as much security, and there probably is air. So, right, the main base, the bigger one that you had mentioned before. Mhm. I feel we need to come to an understanding of which place I'm trying to head to. You know what? This is actually still good because you know what's there? The shuttle I left. Because I was trying to get an interplanetary ship. But then I didn't have air or food. Or rather, I blew up the door trying to open it up and ruined it. They all just kind of blend together, don't they? Alright. Alright, so they blew up the door to the shuttle that I to the first shuttle, to the first ship that I took. But that one still should have working things on it, including working life support and extra air that I could possibly use.
I
The world's greatest handyman tool is clearly psychic powers. But yeah, I am rather using him as a blowtorch, aren't I? An incredibly destructive one. But yeah, alright, so if we're gonna go with this is actually the main base, if I'm just going up the list, then it's the one that I landed